Dearest mother, Nyarahero, Idinade. Growing up was challenging for me. I often grappled with feelings of abandonment. I questioned if I mattered, whether I was loved or even wanted. My mind could not understand why my mother left so often, why melancholy was often my trusted companion, and the presence of other people made me feel alienated. Mother, to be candid, I have never known you well enough to understand you, to see your reasoning. I never processed any sacrifices you may have made for my embetterment. I have not known what pains ail your heart, what you must have endured for my safety. I have not known how much you had to humble yourself in front of everyone for us, for my sisters. I am a woman now, and I am adjusting the abandoned, adopted, lonely lens I peered through life. I missed you, of course, terribly at that, and I felt out of place in this world. But can you blame me, though? Growing up was filled with so many nights where darkness terrified me and the orphan figures of my imagination suppressing sleep from consuming my eyes. Of days wistfully wishing for a different reality and waiting for you by the gate. You never came. And I always resented that the warm sun could never thaw the dark, cold corridors of my heart. A coldness you're familiar with. A yearning you know well. I recognize that my story is your story, and is the story of your mother, and possibly her mother before that. Life has broken us so well. It occurred to me that your own innocence was stolen, childhood interrupted, and the parenting I thirsted to receive from you, you never had. How do I recover our stolen innocence for myself, for my children, mother? Your coping mechanism and my coping mechanism is no longer sufficient enough. I reckon it still leaves us with intrusive thoughts and laments of the gone yesterday, with crippling fears and need to hide from people. In my own helplessness, I have begun to see the young woman behind the name I've called mother and have compassion for you. How much of your youth did you have to sit out of? My own mind is plagued by the memory of the ambulance rushing you away from me, transporting me to the first time I ever prayed for the God of heaven to save you, to keep you alive, for me. All around me, the adults ushered me away from asking questions, landing me in an anxious corner of never knowing if this will be the time you don't come back. Mommy, I must affirm, no one has ever come close to you. I am convinced that a mother's love can never be replaced, no matter the distance or time. A child knows her mother's voice like she knows her own, because it is from the mother that she receives her own voice. The most beautiful person I have ever known has always been you. The kindest smile has always belonged to you. I have looked for your smile in many faces. I have searched for your warmth in many arms. I have closed my eyes to try to imagine your voice when I am afraid, to hear your sugary voice calling me, sweetheart. When I am lonely and feel misunderstood, I have yearned for you to tell me that it is okay. It will be okay. But mother, did anyone ever hold you? Did anyone ever tell you it will be okay?